Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. So guys, recently there was a conclusion of the case between Vodacom and the Please Call Me Inventor, Mr. Makati. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing the surname right. Now, you guys, what I didn't understand is that after the announcement was made that Vodacom was ready to settle, I thought that Mr. Makate was going to be quitting his job and going to sit on his couch and thinking about all of the millions that he had in his bank account that he needed to spend. Okay, but they were talking about how he has not quit his job. In fact, that very same week that the decision was made, he was at work and he had some kind of a report that was due, and he rushed to complete this report and submitted it. And I was sitting here thinking, it ain't sounding right. Because let me tell you something. If I played the lottery over the weekend, and I win it on a Saturday, I am going to magically forget the name of the institution that I work for. And I am going to magically forget the names of all of the people that I work with. When they call me, if they happen to call me the following week when I don't show up at work, I'm going to be like, what? Me don't speak English. Me don't speak English. Kind of stuff. But this guy was still at work. I was like, something ain't sounding right. Okay. So this article then came out after that was talking about how there are people that want to be part of, a part of the pie. They wanted slices, not just smaller slices, they want big slices of the Vodacom pie. There are people that are saying at some point Mr. Makate was struggling to pay for the legal fees. Okay, they had made a deal with him to say, listen, we will help you with the legal fees, but once you win this case, we want a percentage of the money. Mr. Makate does not deny that there was such an agreement, but he says that it went bad at some point and it was cancelled. But there was a negotiation of that kind at some point. Okay, but he's not confirming that he ever received the money that they were supposed to pay to him in order to win this case. He said that the reason he won this case, he was helped by retired law experts because he did not have money to pay, my lawyers and stuff. But this company now has come out of the woodworks, okay? And they're saying that they want their money, they want their 40%. And I suspect that they are not the only ones that are making such claims, because why is this man still at the employer's building? Anyway, let me read it for you, for those who like to listen to the reading, okay? But those who don't, that's basically the story. So it says here, okay, so now what is happening is that Vodacom is getting upset because it is very painful to pay millions, okay? So Vodacom is dealing with the pain of paying the millions to Mr. Makati. Now they are getting the calls from this company, okay, that is claiming they helped him. The company is saying, do not pay the money, pay it to the lawyers because we have a law thing going on with me and him. Once it's settled, then the money can be paid. You understand what I'm saying? But so you understand. It says Vodacom calls on Makate's creditors to please leave me out of your legal snuff. This is Vodacom. Vodacom is like, listen, I have enough stress here, so leave me out of your situations, okay? So it says here, BlackRock Mining wants all payments to investor stopped. You see why this man is still at work? Giant Connectivity and Digital Services entity Vodacom has made a call to a mining company suing Please Call Me Inventor Nkosana Makate to please leave it out of the messy civil lawsuit. The entity Black Rock Mining has launched an urgent application for the court order to interdict Vodacom from paying Makate's hundreds of millions in settlement for their 18-year-old intellectual property disputes over the Please Call Me cell phone services he invented while working for the company. The incorporation's former director, Errol Elsin, wants Vodacom to rather pay 40% of the fines into the account of Makate's lawyers, Stemela and Lube attorneys, until the matter is finalized in the court of law. Makate is cited by BRM as the first respondent, while his lawyers, Stemela and Lube attorneys, and Vodacom are cited as the second and third respondent, respectively. While Makate and Lube attorneys are sharpening their knives for the Titanic courtroom mano a mano with BRM, Vodacom has asked to be disconnected from the jewels. Vodacom nailed its colors to the mast in the letter by its lawyers Leslie and Associates, addressed to BRM's lawyers, SN Mnguni attorneys, on November the 10th. We acknowledge the receipt of the letter dated the 10th. Instead, the content whereof have been noted. On the 2nd of November 2025, our client and Mr. Makate settled the litigation in terms of a confidential settlement agreement in which our client agreed to pay Mr. Makate a settlement amount. Our client will abide by any order issued by a competent court, as it has no desire to become embroiled in another dispute between you and your client. And Mr. Makate reads the letter. Shortly after the transmission of the letter, BRM filed an urgent application in the Johannesburg High Court to interdict Vodacom from paying Makate the funds estimated to be between 350 million and 750 million. This amount keeps going down because I remember it being in the 900 million. Pending final destination of Part B of his application, the third respondent is interdicted and restrained from making the payment in respect of the award settlement concluded between the first respondent and the third respondent, pursuant to the so-called Please Call Me litigation, into any bank account other than the trust bank account of the second respondent. The second respondent has been interdicted and restrained from paying the 40% of the proceeds being held by in the trust. The second respondent shall provide to the applicant full and transparent disclosure of the settlement quantum, terms, condition, payment timelines, and the account to which the payment is to be made. Alternatively was made, reads the paper. BRM said that it will make an application for the matter to be heard in the normal court on Thursday, December the 2nd, or soon thereafter, and until then, Vodacom should not pay a cent to Makate or anyone else. If I was that person at Vodacom that is supposed to press the pay button, I would have pressed it. Pay this man his money, finally. Pending the final determination of an action to be instituted by the applicant within 30 days of the date of which the order, the third respondent is interdicted and restrained from making payment in respect of any award settlement concluded between the first respondent and the third respondent pursuant to the so-called Please Call Me litigation, into any bank account other than that of a trust bank account of the second respondent, reads the paper. In his founding affidavit, Edson says he has funded Makate's legal costs since the beginning of the legal battle against Vodacom in 2008. He said that he raised 500,000 rands after being told that the litigation cost will be approximately 750,000 rands. In July 2013, he said that Loop advised him they needed 500,000 rands more for the cost, and he used BRM to raise it. On or about the 18th of July 2013, Mr. Schoeman therefore appointed BlackRock as the nominated company in terms of the funding agreement. I raised 250,000 rands, about 3 million. I raised $250,000, okay, about 3 million rands at that point in time, okay. They raised this from a London investor, the Global Distressed Alpha Fund III, represented by its agent Usimba Capital, okay. In total, an amount of 4 million was raised and applied to fund the litigation. Of this, 2.4 million was paid to Stemela and Loop in respect of fee disbursements, which the balance applied to counsel, witness, and litigation expenses. In his opposing affidavit, Makate claims BRM has no claim on the funds because their agreement was terminated a long time ago. However, Edison insists there was therefore never a valid termination addressed to BlackRock. Guys, money. Can you see it? Number one, Mr. Makate is not denying that there was ever an agreement between him and this company. Okay? He's not denying that. But he says that it was terminated. Then this company is not denying that the agreement was terminated. They are denying that it was legally terminated. So, in another article that I read during the week, it said that Mr. Makate had said, if they are saying that they really supported him financially with his legal fees, they must provide proof of payment that there was money that was paid. What a mess. So I see why this man is still having the troubles that we're having of having to rush through traffic because we are trying to make it to the office at 8 o'clock, because I thought all of his troubles were gone, but it looks like they're not. He still has creditors. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I don't know how this is going to end, but at least they're not claiming all of the money. They're just saying 40%. So 40%. Now this man keeps coming down. I don't know how it moved from 900 million to 750 million. And it's not 750 million now. They're saying now it's between 350 and 750. It might just be 400 million. And then 40% of that. But there's still a lot of money. I'll just take my money and be like, hey, listen, let me just... Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about this situation. Hi, Shim. Hi. Thank you so much. Ngintanda kakhulu.